it's freaking mail time! Okay, it's freaking mail time. Let me check the volume again. Always. I don't get it why, of course. I don't get it why my volume keeps going down. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Now what the hell's up with this? I clicked the wrong button, and you know what? It's over. Everything's opening. You know, it's a morning. And my eyes are still gloopy. It's super hot outside. Oh my God, it's going to be over 40 degrees Celsius. What's 40 degrees Celsius? I'm going to tell you right now. All right? Because we have a lot of American viewers. I was going to write America. 40 Celsius. It's 104 Fahrenheit. And that's what it's going to be here. Okay? 104. So, Phoenix, Arizona, eat your heart out. Whatever. Okay. I love reading my comments, and, you know, some people are just, and some people are just, and you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, so we have the Leonidas of ASL, George Chiotis. You know, I must have said something about politics, our prime minister, and he says, love the show, and you were very fluent in Greek, Dan. Thanks, George, but I just know a couple of malakias, you know. But you shouldn't be so harsh on the PM, even though he indeed is a malaka. Yeah, look up the word, people, and you'll understand what George is trying to say. Huh? And we have one from Flying Pig Games Publishing, for God's sakes. And here she writes, the organ is great. I wish I could have heard J.S. Bach and Weiss having improv battles on the organ and lute. You know something? Yeah, that is something. That's, I mean, because of history, that's incredible, right? The amount of time, and we romanticized everything. But today, basically Baroque, which at that time was that style of music, the majority of the people improvised. And so today, our Baroque is jazz, right? So jazz, for me, is the highest form of musical expression because of improvisation. Enough said, eh? Oscar Peterson. So, you can watch people like Pat Metheny and Gary Burton, or just a couple of years ago, do the same thing. Or Chick Corea and Nana Vasconcelos. My God, Weather Report. I mean, these are our Bachs of today. And with that said, okay. And look at that. We were talking about the organ. The Leonidas, George, puts in his 2 cents, and he says, I had a client that was an organ tuner. I used to know a guy who was an organ tuner. I say, tuning an organ. Yeah, well, I'm talking about church organs. I don't know if George is talking about church organs, probably because he's going to say something here. The tubes in the church organ, some of the tubes you could fit into. So they must be tuned. They're just like basically free-floating. Okay, nothing is holding those tubes except they're just settled down on huge amount of felts, right? And you can adjust it. Sure, it'll take you about 1,000 years, but it doesn't matter. So he says here he lost some fingers tuning the damn thing. And after a quarter of a century of service, the boss laid him off. I don't know what the reason is, but whatever, okay? And then it says, now I hate organs, unless they are biological. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's a comment, man. Okay, here's another one. Joel in Las Vegas. Dan, I got your brother. Julian Thomas from Compass Games and OKH Oberkommando des Heer He says, literature, upper command of the army abbreviated OKH. Okay, thank you very much, by the way, for that. You are a gaming institution, the Canadian Walter Cronkite of gaming news. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I don't know what to say. But yeah. Thank you. And we have a great day, 7816. Thanks for the great show, Dan Niyama. He fixed some walls. Thanks for the great show. Nehemiah. You fixed some great walls. Marquis de Lafayette served in 8 different battles. Marquis de Lafayette from France came to Quebec, went to the States. He fought in 8 different battles. Napoleon freed him from his prison. He is buried in Paris with dirt from Bunker Hill. Huh? Who says the Frenchmans didn't help the Americans? Ma, come on, too. On the 4th of July, they raised the American flag over his grave. So good timing, Dan, on summoning General or General Lafayette. Huh? C'est pas quelque chose, ça? Come on. Okay. Now we have William Aaron, 7138. Hello, you Sunday Division Chaplain of Wargamings, Lieutenant Colonel Pancaldi from MSG Aaron's. United States Air, USA, retired, I guess. I don't know what it is, William. I don't know what the R is. It's stand for retired? I doubt it. But, scusi, yeah? At Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. William always says hello. Always. Okay. All right. Okay. But you know what, here, before I get to the crux of the thing here, the Leonidas, George Yotis, he says, Gnucci, tea and a dose of NEH. Life is good. Thanks, George. Faristo. And then I say, George, for crying out loud, gnocchi. You did it to round me up, huh? So gnocchi, I thought they were gnocchi, but it's actually a Greek dish. So I shoved my foot in my mouth. He said, I made it myself, homemade. For a moment, I thought I screwed up. But the stuff was delicious. I'm sure it was. Greek food is delicious, Leonidas. Okay, so here we go with an ongoing battle that's happening in ID Jester's head. But I think right now it's an open battle, meaning that he's coming for me. Okay, so the first one is ID Jester saying, good job, man, ... Too bad you don't actually look as what I do because I had a world premiere of Wolfpack with designer Mike Bertuccelli on my channel as well. And another one this Sunday as well, so you can mention it next week. Thanks. Sure, no problem, ID, no problem. But he gets lippy now. He says, I see you remember me this time, ... Isn't that sweet? ... I knew it wouldn't be long before you came back. You missed me, didn't you? I knew you would. ID Jester, man. And here's another one by ID. And then he said, ID Jester, he says, you could have taken a screenshot of me playing an actual war game. I played Interceptor Ace Daylight Raids over Germany, but you missed that one. Good show, Dan. Thanks, ID. Thanks. And here's another one by ID. You should have more fun doing this. You're always so serious. Relax a bit. Man, you should be my therapist, huh? Let me see, do I have another one here? By ID. One and it's the best one. Much better. Good job. Thanks, Kurt. I need comments like that to make my show better. It's called constructive criticism, even though it's tongue-in-cheek. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that was mail for today. Ciao. Kalispera. It's freaking mail time!